What is going on, guys? Cody here. I am here to do something I have done every single year since 2021, and that's predict the Dallas Cowboys schedule. A couple years ago, I did really good and only got 2 games wrong. Last year, not so much. I had us going 10-7 last year. We went 7-10.
Oh no.
So let's see if I can improve on that this year. We'll predict the schedule and then come back and look at it at the end of the season. One quick thing I do want to say about these Dallas Cowboys, even though I had us going 10-7 last year, is very unenthusiastic. I didn't think we were going to be that good. I definitely didn't think we were going to have a shot in the playoffs. This year, I don't know if we'll make the playoffs, but I don't think we're going to be embarrassed to watch the Cowboys like we were last year. I mean, last year we did have a lot of injuries, but our offensive game plans were just atrocious. Our running game was non-existent. Our defense was horrible. This year, I think there's a lot of things the Cowboys are going to improve on. It just really depends on the health of Dak Prescott, the health of the defense, and how this offensive line progresses. Because last year, offensive line was not that good, especially our first-round pick, Tyler Guyton.
He's a bum. He's trash.
So hopefully he develops. Tyler Smith is still really good. Hopefully Cooper Beebe is ready to take that next step. We'll see who ends up playing right guard. Very big shoes to fill with Zach Martin retiring. But Zach Martin also, he was kind of washed last year. And then Terrence Steele, he's playing for his job this year, so he really needs to step it up. It's announced that they hired Brian Schottenheimer. I was insanely pissed. I just thought it was such a stupid move. And even now, I don't think it's the best move. But the more and more I've seen Brian Schottenheimer in interviews and hearing him talk and his mindset, and maybe I drank the Kool-Aid a little bit when I went and did a tour of the Cowboys headquarters. But the more and more I hear about Schottenheimer and I see of him, the more I am really, really starting to like him and think he could be a good head coach. But I think there are going to be growing pains this year. All right, game number 1, the Thursday night opener with the Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia. I almost threw up just saying that. Fuck. I hate the Eagles so much. The thought of them winning the Super Bowl just makes me want to vomit. But anyway, week 1 against the Philadelphia Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field on NBC. I really don't want to say this, but I think the Cowboys start off the season with the loss. They usually split with the Eagles anyway. It's usually the home team wins. Do I think we got a chance to win the game? Yeah, I do. Kellen Moore's not calling plays for the Eagles anymore. They lost a lot of pieces in the offseason, but they also had a good draft and all that. So, I don't want the Eagles to be good this year, but I think they will. The thing with the Cowboys is just how are they going to stop Saquon? That's where you're going to learn a lot about the defenses going against Saquon Barkley and the Eagles offensive line. If they hold Saquon Barkley to under 100 yards or whatever, or just make him have a quiet game, I'm going to feel really good about the rest of the season because it makes me think our defense will be there to play. But if we get torched, yeah, I'm not going to be happy about that.
No, I'm just up here to kill myself.
All right, then week 2 against the Giants. There's not really much I can say about this. The Giants are fucking terrible. Cowboys are going to win easily. It don't matter if it's Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson, Jackson Dart. It don't matter who's playing for the Giants. They stink. Week 3 against the Chicago Bears. The Bears, it seems like the last couple of off seasons, it's man, the Bears are going to be really good. Bears are going to be really good. And then they come out and they suck. But now they got Ben Johnson as their head coach and / offensive coordinator, because we all know he's going to be calling plays and it's going to be his offense that the Bears are running. The thing with the Bears is, I don't believe the hype about them because they've always been overhyped, but eventually they got to break through. I feel like this is going to be the first game of the season where the Cowboys get punched in the mouth, basically. Like, the game against the Eagles, I think will be competitive all the way through. Giants, I think they'll blow them out. But week 3, I think is going to be the first game where the Cowboys get punched in the mouth, and I wouldn't be surprised if they lose. And, I'm actually going to predict them to lose this game. Week 4 against the Green Bay Mother Loving Packers. Shout out Tom Grossi. I feel like this is going to be a game where the Cowboys rebound after getting punched in the mouth by the Chicago Bears. I think it'll be a pretty good back and forth game. The Packers, I don't know how I feel about the Packers, honestly. Like, after watching, obviously Jordan Love was injured for part of last year, but he also just had a lot of dumb plays. But the thing is, they're building around him and they're putting pieces together. And if all of it works out, I think the Packers could be Super Bowl contenders in the future. I don't think this year they are, especially in that division. But I feel like this is going to be a good rebound game for the Cowboys. Week 5 against the New York Jets. The Jets are the same as the Giants. The Jets are terrible. I like Justin Fields a lot. I think he's fun to watch, but he's just not a good passer. He's a good runner. That's what makes him exciting to watch, and he seems like a good person. And I'm happy that he's getting this opportunity with the Jets. But the Jets suck. I don't think Aaron Glenn is going to be a good head coach. I feel very confident in the Cowboys winning this game. Week 6 against the Panthers. So the Panthers are a hard team to figure out. Because the same thing we asked the last couple years is, it depends on Bryce Young. And it's like, man, if this is at week 6 in this point and the Panthers suck, they won't be playing Bryce Young, they'll be playing someone new. No matter who's starting for the Panthers at that point, if it's Bryce Young or whoever else, I think the Cowboys are going to win this, so that puts them at 4-2 so far in this predictions video. And you know what? I'm going to have them go 5-2. I do like the Washington Commanders a lot. They did a lot of great moves in the offseason to get better. I think they're going to be a really good team. I don't know if they're going to get back to the NFC Championship or not, but I do think the Cowboys win this first game against the Commanders. Week 8 against the Broncos. Man, you know what pisses me off? I don't hate the Broncos or anything, but it pisses me off we have not beat them in almost 20 years. And I have a strong feeling that that's going to continue. I think the Cowboys will be full of themselves going into this game. The Broncos will probably be floating around 500 at this point, and then they'll just go and beat the shit out of the Cowboys. I have a very strong suspicion of that happening, just because that's what's happened the last couple times we played them. The Broncos have just, belt to ass the Cowboys. So I'm not looking forward to this game, just because I know it's going to piss me off. Week 9 against the Arizona Cardinals on Monday Night Football. Let's see, November 3rd. Call of Duty should be out by then. I think the Cowboys win that game. Week 10 bye week. Week 11 against the Raiders. Man, I like Pete Carroll. I like Geno Smith. I like Max Crosby. There's a lot of players on the Raiders I like. It just seems like something always gets in the way of the Raiders. And if it's off-field distractions, if it's injuries, if it's poor coaching, if it's terrible quarterbacks, there's just something that always gets in the way of the Raiders. That's why I think the Cowboys are going to win this game, because it's just really hard to believe in the Raiders, especially this late into the season. And then against the Philadelphia Eagles on the Sunday before Thanksgiving. So like I said, they split. The Cowboys and Eagles, it seems like most of the time they split. So I think the Cowboys are going to win this game against the Eagles. Then Thanksgiving against the Chiefs, I think they are going to get the crap kicked out of them. Because the Chiefs are just on a whole different level. Same with the Detroit Lions. I think the Cowboys lose that one. Ever since that look at the game last year and how bad the Lions beat the crap out of the Cowboys. I don't think it'll be that bad, but I think this will be back-to-back games where the Cowboys get blown out, and then they have 10 days to rest against the Minnesota Vikings and to hopefully fix whatever's broken at that point in the season. So I think they will beat the Vikings. I think they will lose to the Chargers. And then on Christmas Day against the Commanders, I think they will lose because, like I said, it's just another thing where I feel like because the Eagles and Commanders are very, very good teams, with obviously division rivalries, they're intense games. I just feel like there aren't going to be any sweeps except for when all other three NFC East teams play the Giants. Those are the only teams that will get swept. Other than that, I think everyone else just splits. I think the Commanders and Eagles, when they face each other, they split. When the Eagles and Cowboys face each other, they split. When the Cowboys and Commanders play each other, they're going to split. I just feel like it's going to be back and forth with all these teams in this division. And then, obviously, Week 18, they will complete the season sweep of the Giants. So I have them losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. So same as last year, I have the Dallas Cowboys going 10-7. And last year I was really wrong, and they ended up going 7-10. So we'll see if I get it right this year. Now, guys, I don't know how much this year I wanted to do watch-alongs for the Cowboys games and stuff. I don't know if that's going to be a possibility this year because I'm about to start a new work schedule here in a couple weeks. So videos are going to be spaced out and stuff. It's going to be hard to make some. These last couple weeks I've been really busy with work and personal life, so I've been kind of neglecting my channel and stuff, but that's kind of why I'm doing this Cowboys prediction video in July instead of in May when the schedule comes out. But that also kind of helped bridge the gap in between football season and all that, so I'm glad I at least was able to get a predictions video out because I've done it 4 years in a row. I did not want to miss it. But I don't think the Cowboys are gonna, make the Super Bowl or anything. Actually, hell, at 10-7, it might be debatable if they make the playoffs at all. But at least I have the Oklahoma City Thunder. They did not disappoint me this year, so at least I got that going for me. But guys, that's the predictions video. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Check out the Trainwreck podcast. We're marching towards episode 100. We've also been kind of staggering those episodes out because, man, it's the middle of July. There's nothing to talk about in the sports world right now because we're not going to talk about baseball and stuff like that. NBA season's over. Free agency, honestly, wasn't that exciting. Also, keep an eye on the shorts tab on my page because I'm going to have predictions for every single division. But they're going to be uploaded as shorts. I'm not going to make 10-minute long videos talking about it.